Yeah, plenty to get through, but there is only one place to start, and that is with Marcus Rashford's move from Manchester United to Barcelona. Mark, where are we with it?
I think Marcus Rashford will be one of the happiest men in the world right now because he's getting what he's described as a dream opportunity and a dream move to Barcelona, one of the Spanish giants. Now, the latest is he's currently travelling to Spain to formalise and complete the details and medical with regards to this move from Manchester United. What we understand is it's a loan with an option. We're not quite sure on the price yet, but when he went to Aston Villa last season, the option for Villa to convert that loan into a permanent transfer was £40 million. You'd imagine it'll be a similar sort of figure in this regard as well. Barcelona will cover Marcus Rashford's wages, which are believed to be in excess of £300,000 a week. One of the key things here, Dharmesh, is that Hansi Flick, the head coach of Barcelona, gave this move the green light. So when you've got a green light from the boss who wants a player to join, I think it says a lot about how they feel about Marcus Rashford. We've been speaking throughout the course of this summer about their desire to sign a left-sided winger/striker, which he is. We know that that list consisted of Nico Williams and Luis Diaz, but Marcus Rashford was on their list and he was a player very much on their radar. He's still got 2 years left on his contract at the end of this loan as well. So Manchester United is still very much in the driving seat with regards to Marcus Rashford's future. However, depending on how this season goes, will obviously have a big effect on what happens moving forward. I think the big thing here is we know that Marcus Rashford probably hasn't been in the happiest place. And he had that loan at Aston Villa where he shone in moments where you could see the type of qualities he had as a player. He said he wanted to play at the highest level. He said he wanted to carry on playing Champions League football. He's now got this dream. He did that interview with Expire, which is a huge YouTuber out in Spain, and said, look, it'd be my dream to play with Lamine Yamal. It would be my dream to play at Barcelona. Well, that dream is now coming true. Hopefully we'll see a happy Marcus Rashford on the pitch at the Nou Camp, and then hopefully he can start getting back to his very best.
Just picking up on what you said there with regard to Marcus Rashford's contract situation, that's key in this deal, isn't it? Because there was talk, do Manchester United want to perhaps make it an obligation to buy? But because he's still got 2 years left after this loan move expires, if Barcelona don't take up the option, they've still got that vital bit of breathing space, haven't they, to still get good money for Marcus Rashford if they decide to sell him next summer.
That's something Manchester United have been quite clever with a lot of the players they've sent out on loan. They've either got all of the wages covered and got a loan fee, or they've got some kind of incremental payment depending on performances. So Manchester United have done this with a lot of their players, and this will be very much the case with Marcus Rashford. You'd imagine that they could be in the driving seat this time next year, of course. If they get what is in the contract now, the option that Barcelona have to pay, they'll be satisfied. If he has a really successful loan spell over the course of the next year, his price could potentially go up if Barcelona decide not to activate that. And then in the European market, he could still have quite a hefty value because of his performances over the course of the next year. So it certainly feels like the right move for all parties. We know that there's been 5 Manchester United players that are all subject to the exit door at Old Trafford, Marcus Rashford being one of them and being the first one to depart the club. It feels like that noise and that unsavoury atmosphere that perhaps could have gone on for longer periods of time over the course of this summer will now dissipate, and he can start to focus on getting back to his very best.
Big incentive as well, and the reason why it probably works for all parties, this deal, is the fact that there's a World Cup at the end of the season. So Marcus Rashford, for his own future, needs to be playing football. Barcelona, what a stage to be playing your football. And if he plays well, he could get into the England squad. And if he plays well, it can only benefit Manchester United and Barcelona, financially from Manchester United's point of view, but footballing-wise from a Barcelona perspective.
It feels like there's no losers in this deal. It feels like a really positive move for Marcus Rashford, for Manchester United and for Barcelona. And he spoke of his desire to be involved in that World Cup squad in 2026. That's very much on his radar. At 27 years old, he's still, just hitting his prime, really. So there's no reason why a really solid season won't mean he can't be in Thomas Tuchel's thinking for next year and the World Cup, which is very much on his agenda.
So Marcus Rashford's move to Barcelona edging closer, and Manchester United's move for the Brentford forward, BRYAN MBEUMO. That has now entered the final stages, we're told. It's understood MBEUMO has completed his medical and formalised the details on a long-term contract. Every expectation that all will be sorted in time for BRYAN MBEUMO to be part of the squad that flies out to the United States on Tuesday. That's for the club's pre-season tour. Just a reminder of that deal, it's worth £71 million in total. United will pay an initial £65 million, that's in 4 instalments, plus £6 million in performance-related add-ons. And you touched on it before, those 5 players who potentially could leave. I think the priority for Manchester United now, I know the fans are asking about MBEUMO and trying to bring in a striker straight after. Right now, the priority for Manchester United is get the BRYAN MBEUMO deal over the line, sort out the MACUS RASHFORD deal, and then sort out potential departures for the likes of Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony, and, of course, Tyrell Malacia.
Marcus Rashford is set to arrive in Barcelona tonight after Manchester United officially authorised his transfer to the Catalan Giants. The English forward, long associated with Old Trafford, will undergo his medical examination on Monday, with a grand presentation as a Barcelona player scheduled for Tuesday at Camp Nou. Following the unveiling, Rashford is expected to swiftly join his new teammates for the club's pre-season tour of Asia, marking the beginning of an exciting new chapter in his career. Meanwhile, back in Manchester, a significant move has been finalised in response to Rashford's departure. BRYAN MBEUMO has officially completed his transfer to Manchester United. With all documentation signed and medicals cleared, the former Brentford star is now fully integrated into the squad and is set to take part in United's pre-season training camp. Known for his versatility, blistering pace, and clinical finishing, MBEUMO is already drawing attention as a potential key figure in Ruben Amorim's revamped frontline. Fans are buzzing with speculation. Could MBEUMO be the unexpected gem of the summer transfer window? Will he rise to the occasion in Rashford's absence and make an immediate impact during the club's upcoming pre-season clashes?